In Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, uh, Grindelwald, the title character, doesn't really do that much, and he's the villain. Okay, so my first big gripe with this movie is that the color is very, very, like, just dark. And I thought I was the only one in my theater, but I read other people have some problems with it, that this movie was way too dark. I'll play an overlay to compare the trailer and what I saw in the movie. It makes no sense to, like, why downgrade the color from the last movie when the last movie was very bright and colorful. Like, I think Newt is wearing the same, like, jacket, but I can hardly tell that it was the same jacket. It looked more like a dark blue when, like, when you watch the trailers, which I did after the movie. I was surprised at how dark it was. I was correct; it was very dark. So when we were last show on I'll say Dark Side. Let's say Justice League in Dark Side is a DC character, but anyways, Justice League was very bright. I think they probably used some of the darker colors they used for this movie. Probably it sounds very stupid, but like, why would they do that in the first place? But they probably just did. Like, why? Well, they're probably like, so they're probably just like, since we didn't use that much dark color in Justice League, let's just put it in another movie instead, which was a bad idea. The reason why I know about this, it looked dark, obviously, but also the exit sign for my theater I went, it was this brightening, a little like square in the cinema screen. I just drew my attention to that square the whole entire time in the movie. It really bugged me. It really did. Even when they're outside, it's so dark. I was like, maybe it's gonna get brighter later on in the movie, and no, it doesn't. I could see it the box, the lighting of the exit sign still like glowing in this. It's still kind of faded, but it's still glowing in this outside portion of the movie where it's still like, I want dark. It's ridiculous. Isn't there a spell like ridiculous? So let's get into Grindelwald. Well, as I said, he does nothing. He just stands around and looks cool. He also looks like a rooster, so he looks like a cool rooster with his hair, like with his spiky hair. It looks like a rooster's hair. And he's the villain. He does nothing. Well, he does kill two people. He's stealing their apartment or flat. He kills these two people that own the apartment, but he doesn't kill the baby. He gets his assistant to kill the baby. Like, you're supposed to be this menacing villain that's like a Nazi kind of, like the wizard Nazi, whatever. He doesn't kill a baby. Although there's two babies that die in this movie, it's just kind of disturbing. Another thing about Grindelwald is that he reminds me of Jared Leto's Joker. With the pale like skin, the way that they like try to make the look of him to make him look cool and edgy. That's what Warner Brothers did with Jared Leto's Joker, and looks like Warner Brothers did this with Grindelwald and probably J.K. Rowling as well. Yeah, so there's focus on his look of how he needs to look like this cool villain, like so cosplayers can cosplay as him, just like Jared Leto's Joker, like so cosplayers can cosplay as him. So let's move on to what the hell is wrong with J.K. Rowling. So I did the same thing I did with Jurassic World, right? If you watch that video, you probably know what's going on about the next stage. So I was very disappointed in this movie as well. Obviously, you could tell. So I watched a lot of like people discussing whatever. I'm probably just sound repetitive. I agree with everyone still. Also, people have been saying that she might be George Lucas in it, and I might agree on this one. But also, still with the script, what her ideas were, like how she structured this movie, like it's oversaturated with a lot of people this and doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this. I know like a book or a TV show, which a lot of stuff is going on as well, but this is a movie where it needs to keep it minimum. It's almost like a Michael Bay movie. How it's over convoluted with stuff. Like you got Winnie and her sister, older sister. I forgot her name. I'll look at it later. So I actually do care about these characters, not like other characters, like from Jurassic World. So you got Grindelwald's story. You got Credence story. Like I don't know how he's alive, but and you also got Newt, which is our main character. Now that I think about it, why does he need to be the main character of all this? Why can't they just like switch between characters? Why can't you just like introduce like multiple characters like throughout other movies and have them meet like in like a final movie. Like you didn't have to do a Fantastic Beasts sequel. You could have done another like movie set in the Harry Potter world, but don't call it Fantastic Beasts. Maybe call it something else. Like they should have focused on like a detective wizard, which would probably be more interesting to do instead of just having like this zoologist all the time. Don't get me wrong, I actually like Newt Scamander, but like you need to like you just need to focus on something else, like another character. Like, this is more like a detective story kind of job, or this is like more of a police officer kind of like wizard military kind of job. Everything is just like why is she doing this? Why have like this overcomplicated story like in this one movie? Also, this movie is also sequel bait, so why do that? Maybe not call this Fantastic Beasts like series, because like the Beast didn't really do that much in this movie. Why call it that and you're not gonna do anything? You could have had Dumbledore say some cliche line to Newt. You don't know when to do it. You have the Fantastic Beasts to do it with, or something like that. Just do that, and don't have the Fantastic Beasts do nothing throughout the movie. Lizard lion thing did something, but it was kind of funny, but there was no purpose to it. There's that little mole thing that stopped, trying to get like Grindelwald something or what. I don't remember what. No, yeah, he needed that potion to or whatever that. Oh yeah, that bind spell, whatever. I'll talk about that later. Well, let's talk about one positive that I actually do like really do like. So the chemistry between Newt and Dumbledore feels genuine and real, and like because it felt like Harry and Dumbledore from the movies that we grew up with or books, whatever. Like how you're introduced by it. I was like, yes, more of this. Maybe also team up at the end, probably, because I saw it in the trailer, which I thought was Newt and Dumbledore teaming up, but it was someone else. It was his brother. Yeah, so yeah, Dumbledore didn't do nothing. That was sequel bait. You thought he was gonna do something, but it really wasn't. So Dumbledore has this mission for Newt to actually get this enchantment spell that Dumbledore and Grindelwald did when they were teenagers. Like a spell that they shouldn't harm each other, like a blood oath. That's what basically what it was. Why do that in the first place? If you're because I know that they were best friends when they were teenagers, like or or more than that. So if you're like the best of mates, the best of lovers, and why would you need to make a blood pact to not harm each other? Shouldn't you not harm each other in the first place? It feels fishy when somebody does that. Like, why would you do that in the first place when you are your best friends or lovers or whatever? You should be way more suspicious of why are they doing this. Are they going to betray you one day? Watch it. So yeah, he couldn't fight Grindelwald, which was very disappointing. This movie's just a giant trailer for the next one. That's all it is. It tells you nothing throughout the movie. Like, why are people still alive? Why can't he do this? If they cut out all the other stuff, like all the other characters and stuff like that, and you had get that enchantment spell, whatever, or the bond spell, whatever, in the middle of the second act, and then have Grindelwald and Dumbledore face off, that would have been better to see. It's funny how I started off positive and I went to a negative part. It was going up and then go down. So let's talk about Credence for a little bit. What the hell? Why is he alive still? He combusted in the last movie, and I checked. Are there end credits from the movie? I remember staying from the end credits. So I checked back, and there was nothing. There was just words. Why is he back? And why is he in France? How did he get into the circus? So, and he had a mission to like find out what was he or who he was. I also think Newt had a mission to kill Credence from the Ministry of Magic, something like that. Yeah, I think so. But overall, how does he get alive again? How is he in France? What's the purpose of his character? I know at the end, but so the purpose of the movie is like he's trying to find out if he's a Lestrange or whatever, or who his family tree is, and he finds out that he could be a Lestrange, and once he find out that he's not, that he was switched from a baby, when that one character, that Leela, that's Newt's ex, but also Newt's brother's fiance. I don't remember that much of that character, but I know that like, she switched her brother with another baby when they're like on a Titanic, possibly, or on a ship that is, because it would match up with the Titanic sinking. That's what people are saying. It's probably not, or not is, or I didn't see the iceberg at all. Also, it was pretty dark too, so I could see if there is iceberg. It's giant white. Yeah, so she switched her baby. She switched her little brother with another baby, and then they all thought that he was the baby. And then she's like dropped the baby off an orphanage, and everyone thought that Credence was that baby when he's really not. Leon knew who he really was. He was not. He was nobody, and that's why I stopped caring. And then at the end of it, it was revealed that he was something. It was a Dumbledore, and then I just at the point I just stopped caring. I really did. It's just we figured out that he was nobody, and at the end of it, he's somebody. Like he could have just been something else, like or just his own kind of family and generation. It doesn't have to be every. As we learn from Star Wars, nobody can be a somebody like Rey. Let's talk about Tina's little story about how she doesn't want to see Newt. It's stupid because in this Wizard newspaper that got a typo wrong that if it was Newt that was marrying Lita when it was really his brother. Tina and Newt are together. It's just this dumb awkwardness. She's mad at him for like not telling him the truth when he was not married or not getting married or engaged, whatever. It's a dumb typo in a magic newspaper. How can a magic newspaper have a typo? I mean, this is dumb coincidence stuff that's like in those dumb romantic comedy movies. I I do like the chemistry between the characters, but everything is just dumb. Leading up to some things, it's a magic newspaper. How can this happen? How can a magic newspaper have a typo? Like, why does somebody like see this and like, hey, we can fix this typo mastronum. Typo. It's magic newspaper. How can there be a typo? Okay, let's talk about that snake lady now, Nakia. It stated months ago, before, like when the second trailer dropped, that Roland said that this snake is Voldemort's snake. So I thought that she was going to be with Grindelwald, but no, she's not. She's a good guy. And it also said that like every time that she transforms into a snake, she's gonna get permanent into a snake. But how is that? There's a weird disease in this weird world. Can't they just cure it? It's magic. It's still magic, so can't they just unmagify it? Whatever this animal thing is. I know they transformed into animals before, but they just added another layer that if you keep on transforming into animals, you're gonna stay an animal. Why create this one new thing and just make it seem kind of weird? Voldemort has a snake that was a human at one point. Also, why did that snake follow him when at the end of the movie, like she doesn't go with Credence to like with Grindelwald. She's afraid of Grindelwald. She's not evil at all. Why is and when that snake in the Harry Potter movies is evil, like it bites people and tries to fight Neville. That snake is evil. Why is it? Why is she good? Why is she with Voldemort in future? Why is it would make more sense if she went with Credence and Grindelwald to become evil. Then I'll see that happening, but she's not. She's just a afraid person. Also, why is she in a freak circus? How is she in a wizard's freak circus when everyone in the world can transform into animals? Is it freaky that she'll just she'll just stay animal? I don't think anyone will believe a person that says like this snake used to be a human because he kept on transforming into a snake, so he become a snake. Makes no sense because like in this world, like you can probably find a cure to like of the snake thing or whatever. So I just came up with this idea as I was editing. So Nagini, I know that I pronounced her name wrong. It reminds me of the rise and fall of Darth Vader, the rise and fall of Anakin. So we're gonna see her turn to the dark side like Anakin did in Star Wars. This whole entire prequel franchise is probably gonna be about Nagini's falling, which is stupid. If you think about it, it just occurred to me. I should have thought of this when I was recording it. They had a secret rise and fall of Nagini in this franchise. This is what it's going to be. We're going to see her turn to the dark side. The dark side of the wizards. Probably at the end. Probably in the fifth movie, if there's a fifth movie, because since this movie did poorly at the box office. Oh my god, what are you doing, Rolling? Oh, I forgot to talk about this weird beginning of this movie. So Grindelwald is in prison, and then he's gonna get carried away to Azkaban, or he's gonna get carried away to the British Ministry to trial him. Why can't all the British wizards just come to America? And also, like, he's a criminal. Why can't he just throw him in that black goo that you had in the first movie that just kills people automatically. Why can't you just do that? Opening act of the movie it's just convoluted because so somebody betrays the ministry. He helps Grindelwald, but he frees Grindelwald, but he disguises himself as Grindelwald in the carriage. But Grindelwald ends up saving him. Like, why couldn't they do a reverse? Like, why couldn't the guy that's betraying the ministry break him out? Like, what's the purpose of that? What's the purpose of him, Grindelwald, saving his new minion when also his minion? I think that guy died at the end of the movie. He burst into flames when Grindelwald did all that fire stuff. Also, this is the first time. This is when I first noticed that I couldn't see anything in the movie because like it's stormy, but it looks like it's actually like this black and gray. Like I couldn't see what's going on. I couldn't see the carriage or the dragon horses, whatever it was. So let's talk about Jacob being back. What's the purpose of being back in the first place? So I know he was remembering stuff at the end of the movie, but there's no like actual purpose to have him in the movie except for having him just do gags. Like they step to a key port, and then he just throws up in the bowl. And Queenie still has that crush on him from last movie. That's how she was able to bring him. That's how both of these characters were able to like come into this movie. It makes no sense to why have them just to have them in the movie, just because they were fun in the last movie. They don't serve a purpose at all. And like Queenie joins Grindelwald when Grindelwald has its plan to like talk about normal humans, and Jacob is a normal human. What was the purpose? And he's like tricking her to like, if you join me, you'll save Jacob. You want like, you're Wizard Hitler, so why join him? And like, I guess it's his magic that he has that when he speaks, he mind controls you somehow, like kind of like Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. I think that's how his powers work. Said that he needed to be mouth shut so he can't speak, so he won't mind control everyone. I think that's why the wizard took away his voice, so he won't like mind control everyone. So in between battery changes, I kind of dropped this. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell, but there's Gorilla Tape now on it. I need to buy some glue, but it still clicks, which is annoying. This thing's old anyway, it's probably not break anytime soon, or if I dropped it or whatever. So, we get to see Hogwarts again. My only reason is why you're showing Hogwarts is because just to show Hogwarts again, for the sake of nostalgia, and also to show off the other robes that they have, instead of showing the Gryffindor robes, they're showing the Hufflepuff robes, which is blue and gold, instead of red and gold, like how I all saw during the Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, this sounds like the sake of nostalgia. Also, for the people that did those houses quizzes, for the Harry Potter houses quiz, say, hey, here's your house on screen. Here's your house's robes on screen, finally. Unless we did see it, but it's mostly in the background. Okay, so, let's talk about Dumbledore again. So, the Ministry of Magic wanted to get Dumbledore to kill Grindelwald, but Dumbledore says no to this, and this is because of that blood oath that he did. He's like embarrassed of it, but he doesn't want to tell them. Just tell them that he did a blood oath, and they'll understand, and they'll move on to the next guy, who probably will kill Grindelwald. So, like, is that so hard to do? I don't know why they had to have this, make this the whole entire big thing. I can understand why. If they wanted to make this the big old plot thing, Newt should have sold the bottle that had the spell in it, or the curse, whatever, in the middle of the second act, instead of the end of the third act, which is just so dumb to just do. So now let's talk about the grand third act. It's just everyone standing around talking in a circle, and Grindelwald is just have blue fire around. Everyone just, I guess, some people die through it. Some people end up joining Grindelwald, like Queenie and Credence. When Grindelwald leaves, it changes into this fire dragon, and this fire dragon's kill all the humans. And then this alchemist that can like tell the future, see the future, came, and then everyone got their wands and made a barrier, and then that's how they defeated the fire dragon, which is kind of anticlimactic. Before all this fire dragon disappointing stuff, Grindelwald showed everyone World War II, the Holocaust, Nazis. All of them are like another war. You know you can prevent that. He shows you something that you probably can prevent, and this makes me think about like, can they actually prevent this? And does all the stuff that happens in our time, does it actually happen in the Harry Potter universe? I know Rowling said that like everything that happens in our world does happen in our world, but you can prevent everything. You can prevent this massive tragedy that's going to happen in the 1940s. Just kind of dumb to do. So Credence again. So he's revealed as a Dumbledore. But what was the purpose of him doing it? Is it because now that uh, Ezra Miller, since Ezra Miller is like a rising star, I guess Warner Brothers wants to grab him to make his schedule be all the Fantastic Beasts sequels and nothing else, and probably also a Flash movie, whatever. It's the same company that has DC and the Harry Potter stuff. I was wondering, thinking, because that's the only reason why he can be a Dumbledore, have him in more sequels. It's all it felt like to me. Like, it was, hey, we can have this young actor star in these other sequels, be the cool antagonist. Give him a trench coat and like bleach hair and whatever. That's what we're gonna do. Like, I know Dumbledore has like other siblings, but like making him another sibling or a cousin or whatever, it's also sequel baiting as well. It's just like it's just dumb. Like, I didn't care at the end of the movie. I didn't really care. You stated him that he's nothing, and then you make him something, and then it's just. Anyways, this movie is sequel bait. It obviously is. I still think Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is a lot better than this movie. Obviously disappointing, like that movie. I think that movie's actually a little bit better. Also kind of funny because I don't like the characters, but I like the visual effects. But I like the characters in here, but I don't like the visual effects in here. Everything is too dark. Make your movies brighter, JK. Or also, like, yeah, change your director as well. Maybe get Edgar Wright or Matthew Vaughn. I know I said a bunch of Edgar Wright stuff from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Switch your director as well. Make them do something interesting with the movies instead of having like explosions with magic. There's so many things you probably can do still, but it just, and also give more characters instead of having Paul Newt. I like Newt, but you don't have to focus on him. Get more other characters that probably have other books in their universe. So it's obviously I'm gonna give it 3 out of 10, and also I'm gonna give the rating of it. It's not the best of things. It's not fine. It's the worst of things. Just like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I know I give 2 ratings. I know this is how I felt about this film. Like, it's not that good. Like the characters, but the story and the visuals, it's not that great. So I don't know if you could tell, but I had to charge it one last time because it was the battery just ran out. But I charged it again. So I was talking about the visuals, how I like the visuals from Jurassic World, but not the characters and the story. And here, I like the characters, but not the visuals and the story. And also, both movies are still better than Venom. Yeah, Venom is very dumb. These movies are dumb. Like, some of these movies are Jurassic World and Crime of Grindelwald pretty dumb still, but not dumber than Venom. So, what do you think of Fantastic Beasts and the Crime of Grindelwald? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you go fine? Please give me a comment down below. Give me a like and help me out, and subscribe for more. I've been everyone, and see you later, moviegoers. Forget this movie is. No, I'm kidding. It's all for the experience. Maybe I should forget Venom. Forget this movie is Venom. Doesn't work because I can still remember Eddie and chocolates.